Frank, you get it done. You get a win out at Sacred Heart last weekend. It must be nice to get that under your belt.
Well, although it's nice to get it under our belt, and because we had deserved a better fate earlier than that. Granted, we played Notre Dame and Arizona State, and those teams are both really good. Well, Notre Dame's loaded. When you're looking at teams that have a chance to win the national tournament early in the season, you got to throw Notre Dame in there with Minnesota State, with Denver. Those teams are loaded for bear. And then Arizona State, who went in and swept Quinnipiac in Quinnipiac, they're winning with consistency. They have a good chance to make the NCAA tournament as an independent again. Now, where we deserved a better fate was when we played our RIT here. We ran into a red-hot goaltender. We put over 80 shots on the net and scored one goal. With that, we ran into a really good goalie. But hey, it's no secret. We are offensively challenged. We've been offensively challenged for 2 years. We got to find a way to score some more goals. And against Sacred Heart, which is they're very talented, especially up front. They're really, really talented. They had some good athletes up front, and juniors and seniors that are really good athletes. But what happened on Saturday night? Well, for one thing, we scored 4 goals. We scored 4 goals. We gave ourselves a chance. Sacred Heart, Alex Schilling came in the net and held Sacred Heart to 3. And let me tell you, Sacred Heart could have and should have scored more than 3 goals. And Alex was the best player on the rink that night. So. We kind of stole one, which you have to do on the road. We kind of stole one on Saturday night, but you know what? We deserved a couple the weekend before and didn't get it, so we're not going to apologize. But we've got a ways to go. We've got to get better in our zone. We had some breakdowns, and we got to find a way to score 3 or 4 goals on a consistent basis, and that's obviously even strength and on our power play. And this is nothing new. This is the challenge that we've been facing for the last 2 years. Hey, we were last in goal scoring in the league last year. We were offensively challenged last year and ended up losing in the playoffs because we couldn't score enough goals in our series against Niagara. And that's where we are right now. We're a little younger, but we need to get better in our zone, and we need to find a way to score more goals.
It's really by committee, both offensively and defensively, right? You want to get as many shots as you can from as many people, and then defensively, it's not just the guy in the net; it's everybody blocking shots as well, right?
No, and we talk about our group of 5. Our group of 5 has to be on the same page, offensively and especially defensively. Our reads when we're breaking out. In our zone coverage, sometimes you get jumbled around and one player's got to go to a position that's different traditionally than where he's supposed to be, and guys have got to read off that, and we need to do a better job coaching our guys in those situations, so we run into less situations where we have confusion in our zone. But that's pretty typical with a young team and in a new group. On the flip side, the offense is a little bit different story. I've always been a believer that you can teach defense. As a coach, you can teach defense, but much of offense is God-given. And if you look at the NHL scoring, you look at the NBA scoring, it's no coincidence that the same players, for the most part, are at the top in scoring at both those levels. And just let me tell you, the guys that are on the top ain't getting coached any better than the guys that are below them. The facts are they've just got more God-given ability when it comes to instincts and shooting and being opportunistic and those types of things.
Yeah. Bentley coming in this weekend, another conference series and another tough matchup.
Oh, there's no relief, and Bentley comes in and a team that we beat here 2 games last year in the first half, and then we beat them pretty handily, and manhandled them as well as we manhandled anybody early in the year, and then we went to Bentley in the second half of the year, and they manhandled us as good or better in their building. As we did here, so it was just the tale of 2 teams. We got them when they were limping a little bit, and we were playing well. And then when we went there, we weren't playing as good, and they were on top of our game, and they fed us. So it's going to be interesting to see. They've got a veteran group of forwards. They've got a veteran goaltender. They've got a really good power play, and we're gonna have to play well. As a team, we're going to need good goaltending, and our special teams are going to be. We've got to find a way to score a few goals.
Yeah, exactly. Do you like if you think you get the effort that you did against RIT in those 2 games? I mean, you said yourself, I think it was 88 shots. You get that kind of an effort?
Well, yeah, and the thing about that was strange about the RIT series is how we territorially dominated. We we didn't have to play much defense in that series because we were on the offense constantly. So our 4 lines have got to carry the workload. That's where our experience is. That's where our depth is. We've got way more experience and depth on our forward lines than we do on our defense. And if we're allowing teams to play against us, if we're playing in our zone an inordinate amount of time, we've got a lot of young players on defense that have hey, there's more of a chance for breakdowns and that are going to hurt us and cost us games. So our forward lines have got to lead the way, and we've got to try to play the majority of the game in the offensive zone, and that's no different. You always believe that, but you have a little bit more of a chance to withstand and weather the storm if you've got experience on defense and in goal. And right now we don't have a lot of experience on defense or in goal, so our forwards have got to carry the mail. Hopefully, minimize our in zone time. Hopefully, we get on top of the special teams game, find a way to score a goal, some goals, and get another performance in goal like we did from Alex Schilling on Saturday night.
All right, Frank. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.